Welcome to the XRP Insider channel, where modern technology and the future of finance collide. We're delving deep into the exciting world of the most significant XRP news from the past 24 hours, including why AI comes first. Why does AI ignore basic housekeeping? For a few days, we're returning to AI, but I really loved it. I'll try the human version every week, maybe with a strict technical focus and some lighthearted banter with the audience, but ultimately, we're here to deliver the content you love in the format that gets you watching and gives you all the important news to stay informed about today's events. Yesterday's session revealed that YouTube algorithm gods have their preferences, and they've given our AI-narrated videos a big fat thumbs down and a human version of a big fat thumbs up. Highlights of today's video will include a discussion about Gary Gensler's future. We'll also cover technicals, a short-term forecast, some noteworthy whale movements, the most recent developments in the XRP lawsuit, and Ripple's commitment to upholding the law in the wake of several notable court wins over the past year, all of which are based on recent rumors. We'll also talk about Stuart Alder, the chief legal officer of Ripple, and Gary Gensler, the head of the SEC, who recently made remarks on our employability outside of the regulatory realm. We'll also discuss how the current discussion regarding cryptocurrency regulation is dividing Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. Every smell counts in the world of cryptocurrency. We're examining changes in XRP's pricing and what the mixed bearish and bullish signs on the charts are telling us. We're monitoring critical levels of resistance and support. Where is the XRP going? Let's analyze the significant changes in the charts. An enigmatic whale is transferring millions of XRP from the XRP pool to Binance. Is this just a calculated move to increase liquidity, or is there something else going on? We'll keep you updated as we continue to follow Whale Watch in July. Important update on Ripple lawsuit 2023, Ripple won a crucial battle. The court's decision in its legal battle with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, that XRP is not a security under federal law changed the game for Ripple and the cryptocurrency industry as a whole because it established a precedent for the legal status of digital tokens in the U.S. However, that was not the end of Ripple's legal battles. Additionally, the court rejected allegations made against Ripple executives and V-stated the business, but the court determined that some past XRP sales, especially those to sophisticated entities, were investment contracts. And Ripple confirmed this in a blog post on February 7th. Ripple promised to ensure that its XRP sales adhere to legal criteria and that the law is followed as it continues to change. The business highlighted in this regard its dedication to ethics, compliance, and openness in the cryptocurrency sector, yet, the protracted legal case is currently in the settlement process, but the fight is far from done. April 19, 2024, is the deadline for submitting remedies-related briefs. After that date, legal precedent favors Ripple's position, suggesting that a settlement might be unlikely under such conditions. Pro-Ripple lawyer John Dion has echoed this stance, stating recently that he does not see a settlement happening under the current terms proposed by the SEC last November. The court will determine penalties for Ripple's XRP sales to institutional investors. While a settlement before May exists, it's contingent on the SEC's stance regarding Ripple's potential payment of $770 million. The outspoken attorney projected that SEC's payout amount would drop to $150 million. The SEC filed a motion in January, and Magistrate Judge Sarah Netburn recently ruled in favor of the SEC, ordering Ripple to provide audited financial accounts for 2022. As the legal fight rages on, the SEC argued in 2023 that these financial reports are essential to figuring out the scope of potential civil penalties against Ripple for the institutional sales of XRP. Ripple is still dedicated to openness and compliance. The company's decision to match its XRP sales with regulatory norms is a significant move for the cryptocurrency industry. Moves ahead and reaffirms its dedication to guaranteeing adherence to the law as it develops in this area now. A technical update regarding XRP coin statistics shows that neither bulls nor bears are in control of the market. The price of XRP has decreased by 0.66% in the last day on the hourly chart, suggesting that the rate may have reached a local support level. At 0.519, this is a critical level to be cautious of, since the daily candle is what one should be watching right now. Closure, if it occurs outside of that mark in the daily time frame, we can observe that the price of XRP has once again bounced off the resistance level of 0.526. The growth may continue into the middle of the local channel. From a midterm perspective, this indicates that even if the rate is below that mark, there is a possibility of a correction to the 0.515 zone. Things are looking up. After a false breakout of the 0.495 to 9 level, the price is climbing. However, XRP's rate has not yet amassed sufficient energy for the case to proceed in this manner. Sideways transactions around 51 cents as of the time of publication. The most likely scenario for the following few days is 53 cents. Is currently trading at 0.528, but there could be some changes. The short-term trend for XRP appears to be bullish, and we will stick with it. To monitor the market closely and notify you of any significant developments in a recent interview, Ripple CLO pursues Gensler. Although Gensler stated that he would like to remain in charge of the SEC during the probable second term of U.S. President Joe Biden, Aldera listed many obstacles that Gensler would encounter in getting employment. First, outside the SEC, Aldera cited Gensler's alleged political toxicity and a litany of legal failures the agency experienced under his direction, including the agency's defeats in well-known lawsuits against Ripple and Grayscale Investments. Aldera also brought up a troubling occurrence in which the SEC's official account was compromised. The SEC's X account published an unauthorized post in January about approving Bitcoin spot ETFs. The post shocked the cryptocurrency community and raised concerns about the SEC's cybersecurity protocols and Gensler's leadership. Aldera also brought up the fact that SEC lawyers had been found to have misled judges in court, which damaged the commission's reputation. Finally, Aldera brought up Gary Gensler's indirect relationship with FTX. Caroline's father is Glenn Ellison. Ellison, the co-CEO of Alam, is investigating a company connected to FTX. Serious questions have been raised regarding Gensler's chances due to the consequences of his tenure. Who else would hire him, aside from the regulatory sector, as Ripple's CLO pointed out? But it's unclear if Gensler will stay in charge of the SEC throughout President Biden's second term. Aldera's tweet following the comments he detailed serves as a reminder of the difficulties public servants encounter while trying to find work outside of the regulatory field. In the summer of 2023, the SEC faced two significant legal setbacks. Firstly, a federal judge dismissed the SEC's case against Ripple, ruling that XRP sales on secondary markets did not meet the criteria for being classified as securities. This win, by our laws, caused the price of XRP to momentarily surpass the high of 70 cents. However, a reverse occurred the same year. The fund management behemoth Grayscale lost a lawsuit against the SEC after the latter applied to turn its Bitcoin trust into a spot Bitcoin ETF was denied. Nevertheless, in 2023, the court ruled in Grayscale's favor, and on January 11, 2024, the regulator finally approved 11 spots Bitcoin ETFs, namely Grayscale BlackRock, and Grayscale subsequently submitted applications for spot Ethereum ETFs. The outcome is anticipated on May 23. It is unclear how these recent events would affect the regulatory environment and if Gensler would stay in his role as SEC. What will happen to Gensler after this? With the U.S. presidential election approaching, there is a lot of conjecture about the future of SEC Chair Gary Gensler, and speculation about who will lead the cryptocurrency community is rampant. Be concerned about Gensler's term and how the results of the election might change how cryptocurrency is regulated. The ramifications are significant because Gensler's views on cryptocurrencies may have an impact on regulatory frameworks, market dynamics, and the general acceptability of digital assets in the U.S. Treasury Secretary Yellen versus SEC Steward Alderati, the CLO that we previously covered, has gained further notoriety as she used Twitter to draw attention to her contradicting remarks made by Yellen and the SEC in a court case concerning Coinbase, wherein the SEC claimed jurisdiction over the cryptocurrency market and described it as a rounding error in the larger context of the world's financial markets. Yellen, however, asked Congress to solve the regulatory shortcomings in cryptocurrencies immediately before new legislation is introduced. The discussion surrounding cryptocurrencies as events like the collapse of the FTX exchange and growing vulnerabilities in the digital asset industry become more apparent, regulation has gained traction. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has urged Congress to pass new legislation regulating the cryptocurrency industry as soon as possible. Yellen has identified a substantial regulatory gap, highlighting, in particular, the requirement for clear legal frameworks to regulate the spot market for digital assets that are not categorized as securities. One such piece of legislation, the Innovation and Technology Act, seeks to provide federal authorities with unambiguous control over digital asset exchanges to improve market and consumer protection. Honesty in a federal court in Manhattan. A court battle between Coinbase and the SEC may establish a standard for the categorization of digital assets. The primary question in the discussion is whether or not digital currencies like Solana, Cardano, and Polygon, which are traded on Coinbase and are regarded by the SEC as investment contracts, need to be registered as securities. Coinbase disputes this idea, arguing that cryptocurrency assets do not fit the typical definition of an investment contract and that the SEC's lawsuit is unfounded. In addition, token sales are aimed toward exchange staking initiatives, which the government contends ought to be registered. This goes on to examine the role that digital rupees and XRPs play. The legal dispute has important ramifications for the categorization and regulation of digital assets and may influence the direction of the cryptocurrency market. The Reserve Bank of India's innovative digital rupee project is a daring move towards the financial industry's future. The tokenizing of assets is a new initiative by the RBI, and government bonds are all included in its bulk. CBDC, the digital currency experiment by the central bank leading this effort, is Ripple, a pioneer in blockchain technology, along with its partner Yebank, is a part of the free. This collaboration represents a significant change toward modernizing banking through the integration of digital currencies. The way we view finances are the millions that XRP whale is shifting to Binance, a sell-off or a liquidity play. Trades. XRP experienced some notable whale fluctuations throughout the previous 24 hours. Whale Alert reports that no recognized service keeps track of significant cryptocurrency transactions. $25.82 million was transferred using Whale Wallet, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, by trading volume, Binance, with XRP tokens. While the precise reason for the whale transfer is unknown, they may be getting ready to sell or trade XRP on Binance to benefit from the exchange's strong liquidity and volume. This transfer has sparked curiosity and speculation among the crypto community. It's interesting to note that, as of this writing, XRP had just ended its third day of increases on February 9th, hitting highs of 0.528 before giving up its 24-hour gains and falling 0.5% to 52. It's feasible that the whale is profiting from the recent price increase. In other on-chain analytics company XRP News Missouri just published an informative Q4 report for XRP Ledger. According to the study, total NFT transactions increased by 100% QQ as a result of a 4 to 91% QQ increase in NFT mints on the XRP ledger. In Q4, 3.4 million NFT mints were produced. Since the XLS20 standard was established in 2022, 23 has accounted for more than half of all mints, meaning the entire market tokens on XRPL saw an increase in capitalization. 47% every quarter to $169 million, with Sologenic Solo continuing to be the largest token in terms of market value. The market capitalization of XRP also increased by 21% QQ and 97% UE, with spikes following the good news on the resolution of the Ripple SEC lawsuit. In conclusion, hit the like and subscribe buttons to remain up to date on all things XRP and stay ahead of the curve with XRP Insider. Folks, keep in mind that this is just an educational and not a financial tip. Before making any investments, always conduct your research. In the constantly changing realm of cryptocurrencies, XRP may appear to be underperforming at times, but keep in mind that every little step precedes a tremendous leap. Though XRP's journey is far from complete, its future appears bright thanks to its vibrant community and cutting-edge technology. Let's continue to believe in XRP's potential. To transform the world of online banking, I am aware it can appear to be all bad, particularly when we see the remaining content. The upcoming video, Blast Off to the Moon, will take you out of the cryptosphere. Until then, let's continue to explore the intriguing world of XRP and keep the dream alive.